Bullying is when somebody uses their power or their perceived power to get one over on someone who's a little bit less powerful, perhaps.
When a person or a group of people feel that they want to make someone else feel worse about themselves, or they want to make themselves feel better.
It's a little bit part of human nature. It's a particularly manky part of human nature, but it's sort of what we do as an extension of the great apes, I'm afraid.
As a child, I experienced bullying at school, physical bullying, and then later on, when I started to grow up, was when the internet first came around, and I saw online bullying start from there, which was horrible because no one really understood why and what was going on because the internet was relatively new. And now, as I've grown up and working in schools, I see it again in schools and from a much younger age now.
They say things like over online when they can't see, like, you can't see them or they can't see you. They kind of feel more powerful, like they have the upper hand.
Because there's someone not there to, retaliate or punch or go and tell someone, people feel like this screen is a protection. They can say, really nasty, hurtful things.
They think they can say anything, and they do say anything.
When I was young and being bullied, there was no such thing as online bullying. I would imagine it's like a sort of a whispering campaign where people say things behind your back or say, oh, I've heard somebody told me that you said that they thought that. It's one of those, it's something you can't quite nail down, but the person who's being bullied must feel as though they're at the heart of a conspiracy, perhaps.
I think the older generation understand what it's like to be bullied, but again, the internet wasn't around in those days, and it's a different type of bullying, it's a different type of picking on it. You can't just go and kick someone or flush their head down the toilet as would have happened maybe before. It's a lot of psychological bullying that may not have been around before. So yes, I think they understand bullying, but the type of bullying, maybe they're not so aware of. But obviously I'm not that generation, so it's difficult for me to say.
Teachers are a bit clueless when it comes to stuff like that, and anti-bullying week is just a name that they give to a week that's basically like every other week.
I think often it's quite varied. Sometimes they do work because sometimes people actually listen, but a lot of the time they just see it as something that happens every year and they have, almost a boring assembly about it.
They talk about cyberbullying more than they show videos that are just stereotypical, like the cool kids bullying someone who's got glasses or something, but really it's not all about that. They don't cover half of the stuff that goes on.
Some people pay attention and some people think, oh, they tell this to everyone, why should I really listen to this?
I think that they could possibly be taught to someone or have a special training course or something that covers bullying, because I think that they need a bit more experience because they don't really know what's going on.
I think they cover these problems, but a lot of the time they don't go into much detail about it and they just give some examples but don't necessarily give much information.
They say come to them if you're being bullied, but then you go to them and they're like, oh, I'll tell them to stop, come back to me if they don't stop, and then they carry on and they can't do anything.
I think parents that aren't aware so much about this online bullying should seek to be educated about it and know what they can do. But I think children should be made aware that they shouldn't live in fear of someone behind a computer screen, and that there is help available and they can, use block buttons and there's helplines and things like that. I think that the children need to know that they are readily available and people will support them and parents will understand because they will understand this online bullying.
From my experience, no, because my parents had no idea what I was talking about until I showed them. So I think a lot of parents in this generation need to be educated on all the different types of bullying and how they can help.
I think they understand it a little bit, but when it comes to like cyberbullying online and stuff, it's harder for them to understand because they don't understand the internet so much.
I think parents need to be aware of what cyberbullying is, and that, people who cyberbully feel as though they can do anything, and they will do anything. So if adults know that cyberbullying could be more powerful than, like them saying something to your face, then they really think they need to be able to help.
Finally, what do you think is more important, the child's privacy or the child's protection?
Both. The protection to be able to be private.
I think that we need our privacy, but when you can screenshot stuff and you can show your parents, then I think that's okay. Even though it might seem a bit annoying, though if your parents have like Facebook or Instagram, they can kind of follow what's happening. So if anyone comments something horrible, they'll know about it.
I would fight to my last breath for every person's right to privacy. However, I think when we're talking about children, protection is paramount. Once you are old enough to make decisions for yourself and be regarded legally as an adult, well, it's up to you. But I think while children are children, protection is paramount.